Thank you for giving me the floor. Let me start by sharing my screen. If my screen is visible, please let me know.
Yeah, we can view your screen.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So today's session from my side was the budget gadget near Dr. Finder. Basically, it's a way of comparing things, compare and contrast things. So we are starting with e-commerce sites. Our target is basically to compare various products, particularly gadgets, know their price, and pick up the best price from the available products. That's it. So to do so, we shall be using many Azure services, but we shall walk through today only OpenAI part, and the rest of the parts will be coming in the eventual sessions. So this is the broader goal throughout the session. What we are going to get. So as I just mentioned, we are trying to build a generic platform for comparison. We can actually would be make us able to compare different things through this platform. We wanted to compare initially the e-commerce gadgets like the mobile phones and stuff like that. We can compare their features, their prices, and so on. We can ask for specific things and get the result. This is the idea. And then we wanted to find out also the right doctors. We can actually compare and contrast different specialty of doctors and wanted to find out my specific specialty doctors. Like if I'm looking for a liver related problem, I must go to a hepatologist. But I particularly at the first time I don't know what a hepatologist is, what is his responsibility. I just ask my way through this platform, and it would point me to the right direction, compare and contrast results, and help me to pick the right doctor for myself. Yeah, that's the end goal actually through all of the sessions. But right now we are at the very beginning of the session. This is just part one. And in this session, we would be telling most of the things about e-commerce gadget comparison. We would be particularly try to compare the price. So today's agenda. On today's agenda, we shall look into first, we shall go through the demo. The demo would be a very short one. On the Azure OpenAI platform, I have prepared a mock comparison state. There are two mobile phones. Their details are there. I just ask specific questions for comparison, and it should give me the comparative result. That's it for the demo. Then on the second step, this would be a larger section where I will be explaining the things, how it's actually been done, and what are the steps that will be done in the future, but today we haven't done yet. In the next section, we shall elaborately describe the plan. Okay, just a summary what we are going to do. We have to do first on the first step, we have to do data scraping. Then we have to feed the data to warehouse. Then we have to search through the data. And from the search result, we have to compare data with Azure OpenAI so that we can compare and contrast what is needed and what is not needed. And finally, we should be able to pick up the best price. That's the idea. And when we are going to get the how it was done, then the last section comes to our questions. If we have any questions, queries, we shall go through those things. And lastly, uh, as it is an ongoing project, we shall ask for ideas. So if you guys have any idea or anything you want to add on to enrich this set of features, we would be happy to have your thoughts. Yeah. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, exactly.
Okay.
We don't have any question yet now,
Okay.
but it will be
So
come out
yeah.
with the session.
Yeah. So let's start then. So let's describe the plan. What is going to happen? Right now, the price is updated all of the sites by email. Basically, an organization gets an updated price, and all the existing sites, actually updates their price regularly. This whole process is done manually. So, if I wanted to get the best price for myself, what I need to do, I need to do these two basic steps. Basically, I need to fetch data regularly. I should be able to fetch data. Today, I will be showing only the fetching data part and how we are going to fetch the data with specifically with agent GPT, how we are going to fetch the data and what kind of result we are actually expecting. This is the thing that I'm going to show today. And also, there are some many tasks coming ahead that will be described later on. But let's go to the demo first. The first topic was the demo. Then let's go to the plan. So this is the Azure AI Studio, and there this is the chat platform that gives us by default. And I have already put the context in here. Like I have two mobile phones, Galaxy A14, and these are the A14 specs that I have given. And this is a Samsung Galaxy A04, and A04 specs are given. Okay. So if I ask for their batteries, compare batteries like that, then the results comes something like this. If I have a quick glance at the data, batteries is the very last line, and they both have the same type of batteries. As you can see, they have the same type of batteries. And the result is something like this. Samsung Galaxy A14 and Samsung Galaxy A4 both have a lithium PO 5000 milliampere battery. It's absolutely correct, right? Therefore, in terms of battery capacity, they are the same. However, the battery life of each phone may vary based on the uses and the other factors such as the display size, processor, and the software optimization. It is recommended to check the battery life reviews for both phones to determine which one has a longer battery life. As you can see, it is already suggesting. And I can also tweak these comments as well if I wanted to give a different kind of response. Yeah. So we have immense possibilities for this kind of situations and problems. Anything else from the audience that we want to see or compare? We can ask for questions or expect any kind of questions.
No, we don't have any.
Okay, okay. Just for curiosity, let's compare something else. Say, I think RAM is different, right? Yeah, RAM is different. Let's see what gives me. Again, we can see, Samsung Galaxy A14 has 4 GB of RAM, while Samsung Galaxy A04 has 3 GB of RAM. If I check the authenticity, A04 have 3 GB of RAM, A14 have 4 GB of RAM. Absolutely correct. The information is correct and valid. Okay. Therefore, Samsung Galaxy A14 has a slightly larger RAM capacity than A04. This means that the Galaxy A14 may be better suited for multitasking and running multiple apps simultaneously compared to A04. However, the actual performance of each phone may vary based on other factors such as the processor and the software optimization. Yeah. So finally, I can ask then which one should I choose? As you can see, it is actually been totally biasless. So it's actually mentioning all of the steps, all of the pros and cons, and helping me to choose. Let me just read this last one sentence, last one paragraph, and go to the next step. I won't take too much time. Okay. The choice between the Samsung Galaxy A14 and the Samsung A04 ultimately depends on your specific needs and preferences. If you prioritize a large RAM capacity, a high resolution display, and a more powerful camera setup, then Samsung Galaxy A14 may be the better choice for you. Definitely, right? On the other hand, if you are looking for a more budget-friendly option with a decent battery life, expandable storage, and a simple camera setup, then Samsung Galaxy A04 may be a better fit for your needs. It is recommended to consider your budget and specific needs in terms of performance, camera display, and other features before making a decision. Okay. I think it's fair enough that what phone I need to choose, uh, it's definitely not biasing me in any way, and I can choose my phone that I want. Okay. Then I'm moving to the next section. Uh, Unfortunately, on the description, I haven't uh, added the price, so it shouldn't give me the price. So yeah, on the next section, I will be showing when I will be explaining the how part, then I shall show the price as well. No worries. Moving on then. Okay, so the plan was, as I was saying, there are basically two parts. One part was the fetching data, how we are gathering the data, and the second part was the processing of the data. Okay, so I'm basically uh, uh, skipping through some of the points. The red ones are the things that I'm skipping, but I'm showing the demo anyway so that we can understand where we wanted to reach actually. So the red ones are basically for our own set of data, our own custom built data that we haven't built properly, the whole thing yet. The database isn't ready yet, but I have shown the expected result with some dummy data so that we know what the end result is going to be. Okay. So right now we are able to scrape or get a specific data from specific sites that I'm going to show in the house section, where right just a few minutes away. Then there would be a build up the database that is not going to be shown today. On the next session, that would be there processing the data. The search engine would be done with the Azure search comparison, but this is not done today. And finally, uh, the Azure OpenAI would be shown today. How we have integrated everything with Azure OpenAI, that would be shown today. But the visualize with the Power Page, that is not done today. So the red ones are pending. Hopefully, on the next session, we'll be able to share those things. Okay. So uh, actually, the problem definition, we have to have a set of features to build on, right? So we have selected the set of features that we believe that need to be implemented. So for that, we have gone through some sites. So right now, there are many sites actually available that are actually giving me these kind of features. They are actually comparing and contrasting many things at once and helping me to choose the best option. Here are some sites. Let me show some of the examples. As you can see, this is versus.com, and here they are actually comparing different phones, their capacity, their scoring, summary scoring is there, who is the winner, they already is giving me what is the price on the Amazon. But the thing is, all of the sites are choosing a thing for me. They are not considering my needs, or maybe biasing me biasing me in many ways. Like they even not asking me any other things, just comparing the things and giving me an option of what they think is the best for me. But they are not asking anything from me to get the right result. Again, another site. GSM Arena is very popular site, I think. Yeah, same thing. I can compare many phones. All the specs are being compared. They are side by side, but I have to understand each and every step to know what is better for me. They are definitely giving me a score, but that score is very vague, and there is no standardized score, unfortunately. This list goes on and on for all of the sites. I will be sharing this slide. I hope we can have a look on it. Yeah. So going out through all of these sites, what we figured that these are the features that must have to have to make this price comparison thing right. They might have not done the best thing in the world, but they have actually tried to solve the price comparison problem. And we have tried to actually identify what needs to be done to actually solve this problem properly. Let's compare them side by side. As you can see, the first feature that I think they have done right, that is unique URL to share. They have actually shared a unique URL. As you can see, whenever I'm comparing two things or many other things, they actually generate a unique URL so that I can share with my peers. This is a good thing, right? So yeah, I have definitely added this to our feature list. Compare features. Definitely, I should be able to compare features, and I need to actually judge what is right and what is wrong. That is that they are making me available. The feature list is here, and I can actually compare and contrast things. Give a summary score. Exactly, they are giving me a summary score and clearly helping me to choose a winner. Updated information. These informations must have to be updated. If it's not updated, if stale information, no one is going to visit the site anyway, right? And give them actual price, including all charges added final price. So there are some hidden charges there. We have to include all of the hidden prices like VAT, uh, yeah, EMI, and any other charges that are there. There are some similar terms like the installment charge and stuff like that. We need to actually understand those things and add the total price to guide the customer to the right direction. Yeah. So actually choosing the right price is a bit harder problem than we think. And we try to address all the feature list so that when we actually complete this project, we have a usable product that users can actually get benefit. And not necessarily we have to complete this by ourselves. From our community, anyone can actually tackle this problem and help our consumers. Okay, this was the feature list. Then moving on, what we did for ourselves, we did a price comparison from our local sites. We have our local e-commerce site like Daraz, Peekaboo, and Othoba. Let's go to all of them and have a comparative list. Let's have a glance just to have what we are going to get. So these are the three sites: Daraz, Peekaboo, and Othoba. These are our local sites, and from these sites, we basically buy our gadgets very oftenly, and these three are very popular. Uh, and from here, what we can see is that Daraz has the lowest price, but as you can see, the actual price is uh, 23,999, 23,099, and 23,999. But they are giving me a discount minus 12%, and its actual price is 21,122. So yeah, as you can see, the price actually varies from site to site. And if we dig much deeper, we shall see that all the sites have different uh, price calculation rules. Let me show you some of them. let's start with Othoba. They all have this EMI option. And if I go to this EMI plan, as you can see, they have different kind of EMI plans, and for different banks, the payment actually varies drastically, as you can see. So best price choosing is more tougher problem than we think. Yeah. For today's session, what I have done is I have made a scraping system able to get this visible price, not calculate all of the sections at once yet. But yeah, I think that would be interesting thing as well. Okay. So I think I'm able to explain the actual problem that we are going to solve. Any questions from the audience? Okay. If there is no question, then I'm moving forward. Okay. Okay. So let's get the price. To get the price, what I'm using today is the Agent GPT. It's an open source platform, and if I ask it for specific prices from a specific site, it would be able to give that price directly to me. Just to have a demo. So this is the Agent GPT platform. They provide me a set of uh, running options. Right now, there are I have more three running chances. Every day I get to five running options. By free tier using, we can actually do it. But uh, this is built on top of uh, yeah, this is actually built on top of uh, Auto GPT. So yeah, we can actually implement Auto GPT on our own and actually use our own set of OpenAI keys to uh, generate more results from there. But anyway, we shall work this through any other time. But for now, let's use the Agent GPT and see what actually gets to get price. The goal is to get Samsung Galaxy A14 price from peekaboo.com. Okay, let's run it. What it does is it actually reaches to a goal and makes its own set of subtasks. As you can see, it has set its own set of subtasks. The task is open a web browser, go to peekaboo.com, search for Samsung Galaxy A14, find and extract the price information. That's it, right? If you and I would have searched for such phone like this one, definitely we have done something like this. Yeah. So yeah, it's actually proceeding according to that. It has written a script. Let's wait a bit. As you can see, it has already got the price. And there is a reference there. I can go there and check whether it's right or wrong. Let it finish. Okay. So as you can see, they have actually done the searching. And yeah, there are the reference links. It's the let's go there and see if they have done the right job. Yeah, it has gone to the right page, and yeah, it got the actual price. So I think it's a self-explanatory itself, but if you guys have any question or query about Agent GPT, you can ask. It's a very interesting thing. It actually scrapes data, very specific data for you. Yeah, and this was our one. This I think this was an earlier one. I should close it. Yeah, this was an earlier one. I'm closing it. This was the actual one, right? Yeah, these were the tasks. Yeah, this is the actual one. That was. Any questions or queries so far?
Uh, is there any option to integrate it with ASP.NET application?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. We can integrate these things as well. Let me run this query once again. As you can see, this is just an API call. We can actually call these APIs from anywhere in the world. So yeah. Okay, I guess that was it. Then I'm moving on. Yeah, will give me the same result again. No worries. So let's move on. Okay.
Rifat, can
So
you please, one question is there, how
mhm,
can you hook these things with the third-party application? Say I have a website and
mhm,
I want to add this searching feature.
mhm.
So how can we integrate my website with this ChatGPT resultant values?
Yeah, so the integration process is pretty much simple. If you go through the standard uh, process like OpenAI, so OpenAI have a standard set of documents. Just search for OpenAI integration. They have a standard set of integrations, how we can actually use OpenAI and how we can actually add these things. Yeah. So they have a very well documentation we can basically follow along. And they also have this site. Let me show you. Platform.openai. Let me just show you one more. Yeah, this is the site platform.openai.com. Here, actually, uh, they have the API references here. The thing just that I just showed earlier, how you will be able to integrate this thing. They have a set of instructions. Okay, you can actually follow along and integrate from here. And definitely to integrate, you need to have the API keys, view API keys. They have the set of API keys. You can create your own API key and just integrate it. And they have playground. Yeah, this is the playground. Basically, they have separate kind of models. You need to walk through them, what actually best works for your business case. And then, yeah, you can choose whatever best fits for your business. I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah, another question is that is
Mhm.
this OpenAI provided service are free or is this paid service?
These are paid services. They have a pricing tier. Just search for OpenAI pricing tier. Pricing.openai. They have this elaborate pricing sections here. Basically, whatever you ask for, they will charge for it. They everything calculated by tokens. So you need to understand what a token is. Yeah, they have an elaborate document about the tokens. Please search and understand that. And based on that token and your model, that model best fits for you, you will be charged in the end. And there are some sites, there are third-party sites, OpenAI token price calculators. You can use these sites. Actually, basically, on these sites, uh, there are some shortcuts to actually estimate the tokens that you are going to need, and based on that, you can actually estimate how much cost is going to occur. But for starter, the price is very negligible. You can start definitely. As you can see, for 1000 tokens, for simplicity, you can choose a token is like a word. Okay. So for each word, yeah, you'd be charged, and for 1,000 tokens, that would be charging something like this. This amount is very negligible for starter. Again, I'm stating this many times. This is for starter, very small. But once you deploy this model, this kind of expense will grow exponentially. You must consider these things head on. Anything else?
No, I hope the questioner has got his answer.
Then moving on, these were the basic steps that you need to have to get there. What I'm showing you is an implementation of Auto GPT. Auto GPT is built on this OpenAI platform. Uh, OpenAI itself cannot actually divide the goals itself. You have to fine tune it a bit, and that part is done already done with AutoGPT. I am showing that AutoGPT part so that you can start your journey from here. But again, you have to know both of the bits, the OpenAI part as well as the AutoGPT part as well. Yeah. So coming back to the point, I think I was yeah, I was in here. How can I get the price? This part was there. Now let's move on to the OpenAI part. How actually I was able to compare these prices. Let's go to Azure. So on Azure, this I'm somebody please remind me if I am taking too much time. I think I'm very near at end. Anyways, so yeah, this is my Azure account, and there should be an Azure OpenAI section to get you started. But this service is not available by default. You have to request for this service to Azure. After you have submitted your request, after a few days, within a few days, if your organization is capable enough, if they think you have that capacity to use their product, they would be able to give you access. And am I using this Azure AI services rather than the OpenAI services directly? You see, Azure actually gives you some additional perks on top of OpenAI. The thing is, OpenAI platform doesn't promise you about your data privacy. Meaning is whatever you are using on their platform, OpenAI platform, they are not bound to protect your privacy. Any data that you are using, they can use those set of data for uh, training their model. Okay, but Azure is different. In Azure, whenever you are actually deploying a model of that same OpenAI, they are giving you some perks. I'm showing you the perk. So I'm just building up a new resource. You have to give a unique name. And the pricing tier is right now I have only one pricing tier. As your users increases, they will give you different tiers. So don't get worried about it. You just need to get support from Azure. Next, and yeah, this is the part where it actually changes the game. On Azure, they actually give you a private network to try out their model. This actually avails you to have your own private network where you can securely preserve your data privacy and make sure your data is not leaking anyway as you are using a totally private network. Okay, that would make you compliant for enterprise level solutions. This is a huge thing. OpenAI isn't giving you that thing, but Azure is basically ensuring these things. So yeah, this is a game changer, and this is why I'm showing you the Azure powers. Anyway, then you have to just go next. And if you go next, let me go there anyway. You can add tags just to identify things. You don't have to add tags right now. And if you just go to the next step, it will take some time. And yeah, it will initialize the deployment. It would take us some time actually. Yeah, I think if we have some questions, we can take them. Yeah, it will take some time.
Sure, if we have, sure, we share. If you have any, is there any question? I will share it with you.
Thank you. Okay, let me see if I have shared everything. Yeah, feature list is checked. Everything is there. Yeah, data privacy is done. Yeah, in the meantime, reading the resource, so let me use the old platform and yeah, make this time the right question with the price tag. Yeah, it's done. As you can see, the deployment is complete. It's showing me go to the resource. I will be able to see my resources. Yeah, I'm in my resource. And if I wanted to explore or develop, there are two things. Basically, I basically will go to this develop section. Yeah, I can see my keys. Whenever I'm integrating this solution to my application, these keys would be needed. Yeah, and if I want to explore, basically they will be directing to a studio platform, Azure AI platform. Basically, here I can deploy my models and actually test things out. They have where is it? Yeah, they have a playground section. Basically, in here you can play around with different models and figure out which model works for you. But to do so, you need to complete the deployments first. So yeah, I'm going to this deployment first, and I'm going to deploy a model. Yeah, I have to create a deployment. I have to select the models. Right now, I have only four models. I'm just selecting the default one. The GPT 3.5 Turbo, basically, they have a 4K parameters. Basically, the limit of the text that it can manage so far. So I'm selecting it, the default one. And there are many versions of it available. By default, I am selecting the auto update to default. The version that is available, and if I need to know more details, I can just uh, go through their details section, and they have Azure has its own set of Azure OpenAI documentation. So yeah, they have a very elaborate set of documents. I can walk through them and know what is the most helpful for me. They have different set of algorithms and models. I can just know what does what and what is best for which cases. They have all these things explained. Just need to go through these documents. That's it. Okay. Then moving on, I'm selecting the model. Then deployment name. Yeah, I have to choose a new name for my model. Test model e-commerce. That's it. And there is an advanced section. This advanced section is very helpful and very necessary for us. If I wanted to have a different kind of content filter, basically, if I wanted to restrict profanity or wanted to just trim out the slangs or specific type of languages I don't want it to process through this bot, then I can actually make my own content filter and add it here. And there are some token limits. Yeah, definitely they provide these services with a cap. Right now, uh, I have a request per minute. I have 720 requests per minute. Uh, Within a minute, I cannot process more than this limit. So yeah, this service has some limitations, and if you need more traffic, you just have to request for it. That's it. Okay, then if I say create, then this model would be created. I'm not creating another model. I have one model. Yeah, so I'm using the existing model. That's it. So yeah, after creating the model, if I go to the playground and select the chat, yeah, as I have selected Turbo. Turbo is a chat model, and I'm using this chat model. They would give me a default interface. Okay, then moving on, let's start. Just like before, I have the spec for Samsung Galaxy A14, but I previously I don't have the price. I'm just adding the price this time, A14 price. So I'm taking the A14 price. So I have added a keyword that is read. When I'm saying read, it actually trying to remember the context. There are some kind of some stuff of prompt engineering, meaning is basically I can actually map for which kind of input or which how the output should be provided. This is one kind of prompt engineering that I'm doing. This is one part. A14 is done. Okay. So this is the A04 details. Again, I'm giving the command to just read things out. Samsung Galaxy A04, and I'm just adding the price. Okay. So the two contexts are here. I'm ready to ask things now. As you can see, it's now showing me the price. Previously, I didn't submit the price. Now I have submitted the price, and it's able to compare the things. Based on the information provided, Samsung Galaxy A14's price is at 23,999, while the Samsung A04 is priced at 16,999. Therefore, the Samsung Galaxy A14 is more expensive than the Samsung Galaxy A04. However, it is important to note that the Samsung Galaxy A14 has better features and specifications compared to the Samsung Galaxy A04, such as a high resolution display, a more powerful chipset, more RAM, and internal storage, better camera setup, and additional features like fingerprint sensor and compass. As you can see, it's actually convincing me to pick up the best choices for me without even biasing me, right? It is actually using its information to give me the best options, best of the both worlds, right? If I ask for specific things, I need so I'm asking, I need better biometric authentication. Which one should I choose? As you can see, it's clearly helping me to choose A14, right? Yeah. So this is the thing what we are going to achieve and what we want to achieve. But yeah, the end result is shown today, but the whole solution isn't done yet. We want to build our own set of databases so that we can compare and contrast. We want to make the database up to date every day. Yeah, things are on the way. Hopefully soon we will be able to make all the things possible with your help. So yeah, that was pretty much it from my side. If you guys have any question, query, any ideas to share, please go ahead. We are in this section now. We have nothing to share, then this was all from my side actually.